Hello and welcome, my lovely pile number ones, or if you were drawn to this lovely chrysoprase stone, I think that's how you pronounce it, chrysoprase. Welcome to your reading about what makes you beautiful, what your beauty entails. So first of all, I want to apologize. Next door, there's some kids practicing a dance for a birthday party. So if there's loud and there's screaming and there's music, I apologize. Maybe that's something beautiful about you guys, right? There's no coincidence. Maybe you guys bring life to the party. Maybe that's something that makes you beautiful. Oh, but anyway, so let's get into your cards. So I pulled some tarot and then some oracle cards. So starting off with your tarot, you have the Empress, the King of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Two of Wands. For your animal oracle, you have number 22, Sacred Abyss, Learning. Number 4 with the Owl for Wisdom. And number 19 with the Goat for Reliability. And then for your abundance cards, you have Invite Help, Right Action, Karma, and Ease. So those are your cards. Let's dig in. Okay, I'm being drawn to the Empress card. So for some of you, this is kind of like on a physical appearance, on what makes you beautiful. I feel like you guys have a lot of style. You guys wear a lot of like interesting jewelry that really complements you. I feel like you're someone who feels very like well-rounded. You're someone who's very down to earth. You're someone who's very generous, and I think wants to do something good. I'm even getting like Aquarius vibes here. I feel like you guys are a star. There's something about you that's unique, that's interesting. With the King of Swords here, I'm also getting like what's beautiful about you guys is your mind. I'm seeing that you guys are people who are very wise, very well spoken, well read, or you like to learn new information. You like to expand your mind, feed your mind, grow your mind. I'm also seeing someone who's like very honest. I'm getting someone who's very humble, someone who has and holds themselves to a high standard, someone who has like high integrity. I'm getting like you guys have a lot of integrity in how you speak and how you think. I'm also getting sort of a very formal presence from you guys. I feel like you guys are very well mannered, and that's something that's very beautiful and rare about you. Nowadays it's rare to find people who I feel like if you're a woman, you're very ladylike. If you're a man, you're a gentleman. I feel like you guys are kind of old-fashioned. I'm also seeing what's beautiful about you guys is your ability to, I feel like you teach people, or like you help people feel like it's okay to just relax, to take a deep breath. I feel like you guys are people who kind of show others when they're like pushing themselves too far, pushing themselves to the limit. I feel like you guys are a force that really encourages meditation and self-care and relaxation, because maybe in some part of your journey you've pushed yourself to the limit, to the end, where you just felt worn out, washed up, dried out, just like there was no life left in you. Maybe you guys worked yourselves like literally into the dirt. And I'm seeing here that you guys hold a lot of wisdom, and there's like this kind of flow that you guys have now, where I feel like you guys are very good at manifesting, and you guys kind of teach people ease, right? We have the Empress, so I'm seeing you guys show people how to be open to receiving, like kind of using the law of attraction in one way or another, where it's very like passive and there's not so much like overwhelming and exhausting effort. I'm also seeing like what's beautiful about you guys is that you guys know we have right action. You guys know when to take the right action. I'm feeling and seeing you guys have a lot of strength. There's a lot of grace to you. You guys could be Leos. We have the Lion here and the Six of Wands. I'm also getting like Sagittarius and Jupiter energy from you guys. You guys feel abundant. You guys feel successful. You guys feel very, it's like a regal. Sorry if I don't have the right words to express this to the guys. I'm seeing some of you guys might be dancers, might use your bodies for like expression or work. Maybe you guys are yoga teachers, dance instructors. Maybe you guys teach people like pole exercises, or maybe you guys do like fitness or personal trainers or something. But I'm seeing like there's a beauty and elegance in your body, in your posture, in your legs. You guys may have some pretty rad shoes, not gonna lie. And I'm also seeing what's also beautiful about you is, yes, like this strength and this power that you hold, but it doesn't feel like it's in your face or overwhelming. But I'm seeing what's also beautiful is that you guys can stand for yourself, stand strong in who you are. I feel like that's very beautiful, is there's a sense of like knowing who I am and what I stand for. And there's a lot of like sun energy too, so I feel like you guys there's like a seriousness here, but I'm getting like kind of playful energy from the Empress. Maybe you guys are really good with kids or get along with kids, or you guys have been doing some inner child work and you guys have that kind of, you guys can be lighthearted, maybe like teasing. But I'm seeing you guys are positive people, and like to be that, like if there was a element, I feel like you guys would be fire, where you're very light, and you like to make people laugh, and you like to have things upbeat and maybe not be so like drug out and heavy and dense. And I'm seeing that's very beautiful about you guys. What is also beautiful about you guys is you guys have this lovely balance. You guys are very wise. There's a lot of wisdom with the karma card here too. I feel like you guys carry a lot of wisdom from your past, even ancestral. I'm seeing like a tree here, makes me think of like a family tree. And I'm seeing angel wings too, so I'm sensing like maybe you guys are literally like angels incarnate in like a human body. You guys are very like ethereal and light and love and lovely and healing energy, very wise, very telling people to, you know, look beyond their limited scope of like awareness or vision, right? Because owls can turn their heads completely around. So I feel like you guys are able to see like multiple directions, multiple sides of things. You guys can soar high and see the higher perspective as well. I see you guys being very connected to the angelic realm and have this angelic beauty and presence about you that is very, very beautiful. It feels pure. It feels innocent. I'm hearing also, if you guys don't think you're sexy, like, you guys are sexy, and to like kind of stand in that and own that. And it's okay to dress in a way where you feel confident, you feel good about yourself. I'm hearing and seeing like, girl, if you want to wear a dress, wear a dress. Maybe you guys only dress up and put on like a nice outfit, or do your hair like a special way when you're going to a party, or like it's a special occasion. I'm seeing like, if you feel like wearing a dress or curling your hair or wearing a suit or that nice t-shirt, or doing your hair up with gel, or whatever your style is, or wearing that flower crown or that earring or that arm bracelet, like, do it. I feel like you guys also inspire others to like adorn themselves and beautify themselves. And I'm hearing like, if you guys ever feel triggered by other people, that's just a calling for yourself to, take better care of yourself, or wear what you actually want to wear and express yourself how you actually want to express yourself, because this is you, right? The Empress, she's dressed beautifully, her hair is beautiful, she's wearing lovely and beautiful jewelry, her nails are painted, she's wearing makeup, she's shining. And you guys don't need an excuse to adorn yourself and beautify yourself. Whatever makes you feel confident, whatever makes you feel sexy and attractive, I'm hearing like, do it, embrace it, because a big part of you, like, that's how you're meant to show up in the world. But I'm seeing like, it's very graceful, like, it's not, there's no like it's not distasteful, it's not too much in your face. It's very like, I'm getting like a elven goddess, or like just this angelic light goddess, and it's very beautiful. I love it. Own it, and that's your beauty, that's your expression or your essence. I'm also seeing that there's like a balance between wisdom and also like applying knowledge or educating yourself, or having knowledge that's based on like solid education and research, right? I feel like you guys are that balance of like very intuitive and having downloads. With this Five of Swords, I feel like maybe you go into this space of like ultimate and total surrender is where you really get information pouring down onto you intuitively. And then with the King of Swords, the Empress, and the learning, I'm seeing that you also make time to dive into teachings and bettering yourself and taking courses, reading books, listening to podcasts, seeking teachers. I feel like you're not afraid to be in that constant state of being a student, and that's very, very beautiful about you guys, is how your mind is, the information that you've gathered, the wisdom that you have. I'm also seeing with the goat for reliability, you help people feel stable, you help people feel grounded, and you help people feel like they have the potential and it's possible for them to be something great, to feel. You help people feel larger than life, larger than themselves, like open to like anything is possible. I feel like you really hold that space and energy for people, and that's very beautiful. You help, like, it's very rare in this day and age, I feel, or maybe just the people that I've experienced, it's very rare to find someone who feels solid, and you guys feel solid spiritually, mentally, and you hold this space for people emotionally. It feels like emotional and spiritual support, mental and emotional support. You help people feel grounded so they're able to grow, to expand, to think bigger, broader, larger, to expand their horizons, and maybe to set their sights on something grander, because maybe you help people know in a very like humble way that, you know, you are infinite. You can do and achieve anything that you want. And I feel like you help people hold that space of like infinite possibilities. And I feel like you're someone who's very generous as well, who, if anyone needs anything, like, you got them. Like, you're a solid friend, solid family member, ready to help with anything and everything. I feel like you guys really want to be of service and be that person that can help bless people, help shift people out of like a hard spot or difficult time, or if they're in a hard space like mentally or emotionally, you're someone who really shows up and helps them, you know, in any and all ways, multiple ways. Very beautiful. And so I feel like I touch all the cards except for the abundance card. So let's get into those, because they have little passages or little 3-liners, 2 to 3 lines that I'd like to get more information about what makes you beautiful. So I'm being called to this card. It says invite help. And the imagery, it gives me a lot of like Buddha Kuan Yin vibes, like the Divine Mother. I feel like you guys hold, like I said before, a very loving space for people to transform, to open their hearts, very unbiased, non-judgmental space. And excuse me, the little passage underneath says, invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready. God, pursue me. This is beautiful. I feel like you help people open up to greater spiritual potential. I feel like you help people heal and realize, like, maybe people can get so fixated on, you know, the day-to-day and the stress and the complaining that, you know, is present in everyday life. And I feel like you help expand people into, you know, letting go of those like mundane annoyances, right? Because we go throughout our day, we go to the store, we're in traffic, like there's a bunch of things we could complain about. You know, this person cut me off, they didn't have this at the store, you know, this person was so rude, all the shopping carts were taken, and I had to carry a basket and it was so heavy, you know, just like all these like little annoyances and complaints that people can harbor. I feel like you help people kind of like let that go and find more of like this peace and this kind of like different perspective where it's like, oh, well, this is just silly, like I should just be grateful about this and this and that, and opening up to, you know, oh, maybe this is teaching me about patience, maybe this is teaching me about, you know, strength, about compassion, about communication. I feel like your presence and your wisdom and your advice gets people to move from a space like this is happening to me as to how is this serving me? How is this allowing me to grow? What's the spiritual lesson here? And I feel like, again, there's like this feminine energy that's like allowing, releasing, surrendering. And I feel like you hold that space for people. And then moving on to right actions. I can't pronounce this word. It says literally means let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. So this card feels very light. It feels very freeing. Like, what's beautiful about you is like your ability to not be chained or caught up and tangled into like those daily complaints, arguments. Like, you can let things go. I feel like you guys have such a very high spiritual connection where you're able to say like, oh, this person cut me off, or they looked at me nasty, or they said something rude. How you just like take a breath and you just say, bless, like, I don't know what they're going through. You don't take things personally. You're like, they must be having a really rough day. Like, you send people blessings, even if, you know, they're nasty. People are like, how can you be so, you know, they're such an asshole, or that, you know, whatever. And you're just like, you know what? They're probably going through a hard time. I understand. I've been there. Just bless. You understand that not everyone can meet you at this high vibration of like peace and connection and wisdom and seeing the higher perspective and being in this state of flow, that you're easily able to like forgive, release, and let go. And you're also open to jumping. Okay, sorry, thought shifted or download shifted. What's also beautiful about you is that you're, if you're pursuing something or taking action on something and it doesn't work out, you're able to like pivot. I feel like you guys are very mutable. You guys are very flexible people, like in spirit and in mind. And I'm seeing you guys aren't afraid, or you're not going to get caught up in your head or get, you know, drowned down and held back by fear. If you have an idea and you feel like, oh, this excites me, this feels right, this feels in flow, you're not afraid to act. So it's not like, you have a very good balance of like this feminine energy, you know, where I'm going to receive and be open, and then this King of Swords energy of like, oh, I got this psychic or intuitive download, I have this idea, I've meditated on it, I'm going to take action on it, and I see you bringing success because of that, or having fulfillment emotionally, you know, that you follow your dreams, you follow your heart, you follow where your intuition leads you and guides you, and that's something that's very beautiful and inspiring to other people. Then we have the Karma card. This imagery is just so beautiful, and it says there's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. So with this card, I feel like you're here to like heal. Yeah, you're here to like heal a lot of things. I feel like you may have gone through, right, the cycle of life, like the karmic cycle of life, many turns. And I'm seeing that in this lifetime, I feel like you fully integrated this, the lessons and the wisdom. I feel like you're able to apply it to heal your life, and just, it's beautiful how in healing yourself it spirals out and you help impact others, and you help clear the clutter excuse me, and untangle things, and instead of it being like this sticky, caught up, messy web, like it's actually like beautiful and intricate, and there's art to it, and there's beauty, and there's purpose in it. And I see that that's something that's very beautiful. I see that your soul is setting forth with intention to build something great, to impact people on like a deep level, on a karmic and soulful level. And I feel like this is very good for your soul this lifetime, and I feel like freedom for you is here, or is close. Like, you embody the freedom, and I feel like your soul or your spirit, if you haven't been feeling free, if you've been feeling tangled and trapped, that you're like, integrating more faith and more gratitude and changing your attitude about life. And I feel like that's really like cleaning up a lot. And like I said, positively impacting you, which then goes out and impacts more and more of the world, more and more people, and in your own divine and unique way. You're putting positive energy, positive karma out into the world. So whatever it is that you're doing, that you take action on, that brings healing, that impacts more than just you, but the world, continue. Because it's beautiful and it's needed and necessary. Even if you can only see it like impacting your close family members, right? If we can positively impact at least one life, then we're doing something right. And to not just settle for just changing one person's life, but to continue that chain reaction. Yeah, that chain reaction. Okay, and then lastly, we have the ease card. And it says, it's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. So I feel like you guys are beautiful manifestors. I feel like very compassionate, very heart-centered. I feel like you manifest from your heart and your crown, right? That feeling of like compassion, joy, love, lightness, freedom, changing other people's lives for the better, seeing beyond yourself, wanting to make a global impact spiritually, mentally, emotionally, psychically, intuitively, in a physical sense with the work that you do. Maybe you guys are artists and expressive too. Very lovely, lovely energy, beautiful energy. And I'm seeing what's beautiful for you is how like you attract and you manifest things to you so easily. You have a very magnetic energy. I'm seeing like with all the elephants, it reminds me of like Ganesh, right? And the clearing of obstacles. I'm seeing that like your path is blessed, right? When you're in a state of alignment mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, like your path is blessed. And there's a lot of stability here with the 4 elements. We have 22, which reduces to a 4, and then 4 with the owl card, and then just the imagery with the goat for reliability. And with the invite help, I feel like you guys aren't afraid to like surrender to the divine, like, God, my life is a mess, or God, this crazy thing is happening, or this is falling apart, or I feel lost in this area of my life, or heartbroken because of a relationship. I feel like what makes you beautiful is your ability to just let spirit come through, where you're not coming from like an egocentric space where like, I gotta do this and make these changes and turn my life around in this way. No, I feel like it's more of a knowing like, God, I may be in over my head. You're not afraid to like talk to God and be very like humble, honest, full of integrity, full of humility, full of just deep honesty of like, this is how my life is. Like, help me, God, pursue me, come into my life and clear away what needs to be cleared. Show me the way. Whatever needs to be released, help me release, help me purge, help me clear out. And I am open to receiving all that is good for me, that is good for those around me, that will put me on track towards my purpose, towards my potential. It's like this very like connected, ethereal, open, and like it just feels super humble, super honest, and wholesome, very wholesome, very beautiful energy. That is beautiful about you, because not many people can do that because of the ego, because of pride, right? Because of self-righteousness, and because of, low self-esteem and insecurity, and just not being tapped in and tuned in on that level. I see that you guys have that, and you'll help inspire others by just being you, by showing up. People are like, oh, there's an easier way to live life. Oh, you know what? Maybe I don't have all the answers and I'm not fully in control of life. Maybe I need to open up and expand to this greater power, right? The universe, source, God, whatever you want to call it. And that is very, very beautiful about you guys. All right, my lovely pile number ones. I think that's all I'm getting for you for your reading. Thank you so much for coming through. I hope this resonated. Again, it's a general reading, so just take what fits and feels right. You guys are intuitive, so you already know. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your presence. It was an honor to read for you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, guys, and happy healing. Hello, my lovely pile number twos, or those of you who are drawn to or resonated with this beautiful chrysocolla crystal. Welcome to your reading about what makes you beautiful. So I'm going to just start by laying out all your cards. You have a lot of interesting cards. I'm really excited to dive in. So for your tarot, you have the Tower, the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Princess of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles. For your animal oracle cards, you have number 31, the Hare with cycles, number 40, the Bull for sacrifice, number 18, Sea Otter, transformation, number 20, the Swan with beauty, and number 14, Seahorse with equality. You have so many. Oh, wait. Yes, you have, I think you have the most cards of all the group. Okay, and then we have 4 cards from the Divine Abundance deck. We have non-duality, humility, companionship, and grounded. So you have a lot of very interesting cards. I'm so excited. I think Spirit wants me to dive into the tarot first. So I'm being really drawn to this Princess of Cups. And I'm seeing what's beautiful about you guys. You guys are very seductive. I feel a lot of Scorpio energy with transformation with the Sea Otter, and we have the Tower card. You guys could be Aries, or I'm getting really strong Scorpio vibes, but I'm seeing you guys can be come off as very striking. I feel like your physical beauty is very magnetic. It's hypnotizing. It's people getting lost in your eyes, in your face, and maybe tripping over their words, going quiet, kind of forgetting what they were talking about, going in circles. You have this very seductive energy, tell me more, and people just pulling at the collar. It's very, very I love it. I like it. And yeah, so there's a sense too of I kind of set this in option 1 too. I don't know if you also chose option number 1 or if you felt drawn to watch it. I think you definitely should. There is this feeling of you being something rare and sweet and yeah, just something very rare and beautiful. People feel lucky to be in your presence. They feel lucky to have your time, have your attention, be in relationships with you. I'm seeing also you guys are very, very romantic. There's an energy. I feel like if you're a guy, if you're male, or you identify with like the masculine type energy, what's beautiful about you is how you make your partner feel like they're all that you need. The feeling of like, I need nothing more than you. And if you're a female, people feel that way about you. Like, I need nothing more than you. What you are is more than enough. It's like you have this essence that's very romantic. It's very watery. It's very fluid. It's very seductive. It's very compassionate. It feels very rare. It feels like just satisfying on a heart level. I feel like you see people for who they really and truly are. I feel like you hold space for people. There's a very like unbiased, there's a very like, I'm not gonna judge you. Like, I want to get to know you for you, and I see you as someone who's a teacher, someone who I can learn from, someone I can grow from. I see that you guys are very in your heart. You guys are very balanced too. This is so interesting. Very similar. There's like some parallels between you and option number one of like this heavy heart energy, and with the Ace of Swords, it's like what's beautiful about you is like the clarity that you have, the understanding that you have. I feel like people are amazed and find it beautiful of all the shit, excuse my language, of all the shit and destruction and the heartache and the chaos that you have gone through. And with the Ace of Swords, it's like you still emerge victorious. There's strength here, there's power, there's like, I'm a fighter, I have survived, but there's still like this lovely, it's like just this beautiful energy of still being in your heart no matter what shit has been thrown in your face, in your path, no matter what. It's insane. I feel that like it's beautiful. People can learn so much from you. And with the humility card, I'm seeing that you are so open to learning from other people and being proved wrong and broadening your horizons and not being stuck in a box, a way of thinking, or thinking that you know everything because I've gone through all this in my life. So no, there's like there's a lot of water here, but with the grounded card too, it's like very grounded, very solid. I feel like you're here to ground and show equal love and compassion and understanding for people who really feel with the Seven of Pentacles, like very, very depressed, very lost, very who feel like they just came out of the Tower moment, right? I feel like you guys are very, I feel like you guys hold a lot of loving and compassionate energy. You guys are amazing friends. Guys are amazing friends, and I feel like you help people come into having courage, coming into having strength, and coming into like honoring their emotions and not needing to be such like rigid and a hard ass and like pissed at the world because of what's happened. Very beautiful energy. There's like a sense too of you opening up people to the beauty of transformation, of destruction, of letting go, of being mutable, being how do I say this, like being melted down and being forged into something new, right? I feel like you guys are super powerful. We have the bull with sacrifice. It's like you guys know what endurance is. You guys know what it is to have responsibility. You guys know what it's like to move forward and feel like you have the whole world or your whole family or your whole situation, like you're carrying the weight of it all. I feel like you guys aren't afraid to be the one that has to pull the most weight, has to forge the path forward to make it easier for other people to lighten the load. You guys have very big hearts, and you guys aren't afraid to work hard or to hurt or to go through the freaking ringer. I feel like you guys have gone through many cycles. More like this is like maybe almost repetitive, where you've had continual like hardships or continuously having to sacrifice yourself for other people to try like putting out the most effort, like bleeding, sweating, crying, like pushing forward no matter how hard it is for a goal, for a cause, for the betterment of your family, of your loved ones, to better a situation. And I'm seeing that because of this like perseverance and this continuous like one foot in front of the other, I can't stop. I don't know where the end is. I don't know if I'll ever reach the water, or if you're on water, I don't know if I'll ever reach the land. There's a lot of smoke here. Like things have been very unclear. We have a woman blindfolded. There's been a lot of like unknown not being revealed, but I see you like pushing forward on faith, on trust, and on pure divine will, and knowing that this needs to be done. I'm pushing forward because what else am I gonna do? I have no other options. And I feel like you guys can be very blind to this and think that, oh, this isn't beautiful, like this. You don't see the beauty in your, I'm hearing like versatility, like your ability to adapt, your ability to transform, to move directions, to just keep pushing forward. I feel like you guys don't maybe see your worth or your value fully. With the beauty and the equality card, there's something that you're blind to. And I see that you've come to, or you're about to transform, like seeing the beauty in like your masculine side that continuously like pushes forward no matter what, and the beauty of your heart, of tuning into your emotions, and of like being very balanced and holding that and showing that example for other people. Like, hey, here's someone who fucking, excuse my language, I try not to swear too much, but here's an example of someone who just keeps freaking going and takes, like with the seahorse, I'm seeing both roles. Because the males kind of act like the females, right, taking care of the children. So I'm seeing like you have this sturdy mountain carry you to safety, like do everything and anything that is necessary to, it feels like this is tied to survival too. to home, to family, to security. Maybe this has to do with your pursuit of like your career and finances, for to gain status. But I'm getting more like it's more heart-centered. It's the driving force of this very masculine pushing forward, like continuing on energy, comes from a very beautiful spot in your heart that cares deeply, right? With the seahorse that wants to nurture that which is young, is weak, is still learning, is still developing. Maybe you guys are like the eldest and you had the responsibility to like raise your siblings or assume like higher responsibility in your life. But there's such beauty and strength in there. And just to know that you're working from a beautiful, balanced place of using the masculine and the feminine in harmony with one another, instead of them being at battle within, which is just gorgeous. Ooh, okay. I'm being drawn into the seahorse card still. I've never really noticed this. Looks like there's lava coming out of this mountain in the background. I'm seeing, okay, so with this mountain spewing lava, I'm seeing that like you're someone who creates stability for people, right? There's this girl in the ocean and she's stuck on like this little rock, and in the background there's like this mountain that's just spewing lava, that's just spewing more stability, that's spewing more ground, that's spewing more life, that's spewing more I'm getting like an image of like Moana and like Tafiti, you know how it's very lush and abundant, and there's life there, and there's richness, and there's stuff that will sustain and nourish, and I feel like that is just very, very, very beautiful that you're able to have that energy. And I feel like very balanced, like giving that to yourself and also like seeking to give that to others as well. Now I'm being called to the Divine Abundance card, specifically the Grounded. There's a lot of cow symbolism in your reading, so you guys may also be like Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, like very strong earth energy. And it says many of the most evolved beings on earth are quote unquote regular folks living with joy, dignity, and courage. And you know, I think that's very beautiful, and I think this is what you remind people, and you remind people of their dignity, of their strength, of their courage to keep persevering. And it's very interesting that it brought up joy, because I almost forgot in this seahorse card there's like this little dolphin in the background, which is like, yes, you can be this intense very loving, caring, like it feels like brutal, but not in like a harsh way, but it's like, I don't know if brutal is the right way, but it feels like life has been brutal to you, or like what you've gone through, what you've endured. I can't speak right now, I apologize. What you have gone through has been it's been a lot, and I see that still, like there's this playfulness about you, there's this joy about you, there's like wanting to splash in the water, wanting to tease, wanting to laugh. Yeah, you're a great friend. Right now I'm being drawn to this elephant card with companionship. It says giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. You are an amazing friend, and I feel like people feel lucky. They feel like you are a gift in their life to remind them these energies, right? You like mirror and reflect to people or show an example to people, like this exists within you. I am but a possibility of you pushed out, being projected for you, for your growth, for your ascension, for you to learn from. And I feel like people feel like your presence, your energy, your compassion, your love, your generosity, your ability. I feel like you give people your undivided attention and you tune in fully into them, which is so rare in today's day and age of technology and distractions and phones and social media, that this is something like super rare and far between. And now I'm being drawn to the humility card. It says, allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. This is so beautiful. And this again reminds me of pile number 1. There's like a theme here. You guys are very, very spiritual people, and I feel like your faith and your devotion to this higher wisdom within you, to this higher power that exists, around us, moving through us. I feel like you just have this faith, right? And when you're persevering in like this bull energy and moving forward, no matter what, it's like your prayers have kept you sane, have kept you grounded, have kept you in your heart, have kept you wise, have kept you growing, have kept you grounded in your heart, and not losing that beauty, not losing that magic within you. I feel like you're someone who's very, very spiritual, has a very deep, you guys could be very religious or just very spiritual people, but I'm hearing like devoted, like religious, maybe like to study of texts. And this is like this Ace of Swords energy. Like this is the higher insight, the higher guidance, the higher mental space that you you anchor into through these tower moments, through these hardships. And this is what gives you strength, keeps you in your wisdom and in your loving heart. And you also teach this to other people. I feel like you help people to feel like it's okay to accept help. Like you don't need to do it all alone, maybe because you felt that you've had to do it all alone. But I'm seeing that people and companionship and being seen and walking hand in hand and side by side with someone is so very important to you. And if you guys aren't in a loving relationship, I'm seeing that this is something that's in your destiny, is to have a companion that you feel is like a gift from God, like the perfect mirror to you that's going to give you exactly what you give out, that's going to match your generosity, your love, your compassion. And Spirit's telling you to accept this like fully and completely, and know that it is well deserved because of everything that you've gone through and all that, and how you've kept your heart no matter what, and how you've emerged victorious. Like you've earned this and it's rightfully yours. Okay, now being called to the non-duality card, we have let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at doing both. This is beautiful, and this is like this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous energy. Because I do feel like you guys are very real, very wholesome, very grounded individuals, very raw people because of the life that you've gone through. And it feels like you have this perfect balance about you that you embody, right? It's not not, how do I say this, like denying your humanity and saying like, oh, all of this shit, like, there's none of that. And like, oh, like Because some people can become a bit imbalanced where they get too into spirituality and then they condemn and they deem everything bad and beneath them and view things as disgusting, which aren't. It's just a part of like the normal human experience to love, to grow, to lose. And you understand, like, this isn't a punishment. This isn't me being, deemed a sinner and that I need to pay and repent and learn lessons from the past, or I need to pay for some horrible karma. Like, that is so not not what you're about. That life moves forward, and this is all for my growth, for my expansion, for my evolution, and I'm gonna move forward knowing that this isn't done to me but happening for me. And because of like all this crap that's gone down, all this instability, this death, this transformation, this uprooting that's happened, I can still grow. I can still hang on to faith. I can still be open to the divine, be open to seeing the love and the wisdom in this situation, and ground myself in that, and still be courageous and have my dignity and emerge victorious. And how did I do this? I did this by both embracing the human experience and surrendering to the divine and being open to the divine. And this is such a beautiful energy. Like, this here is like enlightenment, especially with, we have the Buddha here in the background and all the owls. Such beautiful energy. You guys are awesome. I love this. This was a great reading. I think if I keep going, I'm going to keep repeating myself, and I don't want to do that. Oh, hold on. I guess Spirit just... Hold on, there's something in the Nine of Cups. If you feel like you haven't reached all of your emotional fulfillment in life, just know that it's coming. It is certain. Follow your intuition, follow the downloads, follow the divine guidance. Continue to be guided by your intuition in your heart, and in that constant pursuit of love and of seeing the sun, and staying true to like being positive and learning your best, like obtaining and extracting the lessons and the wisdom from every situation. And just know that you are so beautiful and precious in the eyes of the divine. No matter what you have done, what you've gone through, what has been done onto you by others, you are still viewed as precious, as pure, as lovely, as divine. You are a precious flower in the garden of God, of the universe, however you jive with that higher power. And the love that you seek, the love that you give out, is seeking you, and it will seek you. It will seek you out. It will be a surprise, and it's just around the corner, just around this river's bend, right, with all this water. Keep the faith, and keep moving forward. Keep flourishing and unraveling and emerging stronger through all of your cycles, all your perseverance. Your faith is inspiring. It's beautiful, and it's granting you many gifts. Remember, you're beautiful, you are seductive, you are sexy, you are desirable. Nothing that you've gone through will ever take that away from you. You are not tainted. You are not foul in any way. It's a pretty harsh word. You can still maintain your purity and your essence and your loveliness. And I love your energy. I feel like I could just stare into your eyes all day. Just get lost in there and swim around in those pools with you. But I'm going to... Oh, hold on. Something else. No, I'm just mesmerized by your beauty. And you're about to set sail and embark on something beautiful and lovely in the Princess of Cups, and I see that you're going to be evolving into the Queen of Cups very, very soon. Yes, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, that was all for you, beautiful pile number 2s. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it resonated. Remember, just take what resonated. You guys are super psychic already. You already know the deal. You guys are amazing. It was a joy and a pleasure to read for you today. I'll see you in the next reading, guys, and happy healing. And hello, pile number 3, those of you who are drawn to this lovely ruby and fuchsite crystal. Welcome to your reading about what about you is beautiful, or what is beautiful about you, what your beauty entails. So I'm going to start off just reading you off all your cards because you have a lot. I think you and pile number 2 had the most cards. So we have 3 decks. I'll start with the tarot, move into your animal cards, and then your divine abundance cards. So for the tarot, you have the World, the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, 8 of Wands, 5 of Cups, and the King of Cups. We have number 44, the Jackal for truth, number 23 with the Raven for news, number 24 with the Horse for freedom, number 15, the Snow Leopard, the Watcher, and we have the Snake, number 43 for creation. And then for your abundance cards, you have receiving, clearing, change, and intuition. So I think I'm going to start with the tarot first. So you have the World. I mean, obviously, what's beautiful about you? This card is super sexy. I feel like there's a sense of like magic around you. This is like a dark beauty. Your beauty feels exotic. Your beauty feels romantic. I feel like people have a lot of passion towards you. I feel like people really think what's beautiful about you is like your hands, your arms, your neck, your chest area. Whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. I'm seeing that people can be jealous and envious of your sensuality, of your beauty, of your dark beauty. But I'm seeing that you're protected and that there's a need. So like maybe your outer appearance, whether you think you're attractive or seductive or not, but there's like a need for people to look within you to see what's not on the exterior, but more of the your inner self, what's hidden, right? What's the void, it's so funny, like the truth of it. There's like just such synchronicity with the Jackal, the Raven, and this World card. Like there's a part of you that people may look at you and think that they have you all figured out or stereotype you, but those who take the time to look beyond like because it's all an illusion, right? This physical reality, it's all an illusion. Those who look deep into you, not through you, but into you, into your soul, into the sacred jewel that is you, that is ever present, that they see your truth, they see your inner essence, they hear your voice, they hear the true song that you're meant to sing and to play in this life. Very, very beautiful energy. But yeah, I am sensing heavily a lot of like envious people around you. I'm picking up envious Leo energy, maybe even Taurus too. But Taurus feels like a protective energy for you, but like, yeah, some Leo energy. Maybe you're a Leo yourself. Maybe you're a Taurus. Maybe I'm getting Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini. There's like magician vibes here. I feel like you're very magical, and that's very beautiful about you. I feel like you're very creative. Well, we have the snake for creation, and very like you easily can manifest the world. And I think that's also what people can be kind of envious for you, like, oh my gosh, everything works out for this person. Like where, yeah, you put people in a state of where they think there's lack, or they have lack, or they have to like fight to have like what you so naturally possess. But yeah, I'm seeing you as like being very like harmless, like you're really not threatening. I mean, you have like the bull beside you, which is like, you know, I'm gonna square up with you if you try to hurt me, or, you know, if you try to attack me. But there's like this very like intuitive, like, I'm just living my life, doing my magical thing. You feel the way you feel, view me the way you view me. I see as you very unbothered, and that's also very beautiful, and that's also something that just annoys people, which is hilarious. You guys are funny. Oh, I love it. We should hang out. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So this is interesting. You guys are so funny. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles, I just got this little this little message, like, people okay, so the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, like, you're not someone who's very like careful or super cautious, or I see you, like, if you are, maybe you're like moving out of this energy to this very much like Eight of Wands energy, right? Where some people move with like cautious and like, oh my gosh, like stepping and treading carefully. With the Eight of Wands, it's like you're a ninja bursting through the door, just like, wow, you know, just like ready to go with a trail of fire behind you, just like coming in fast and hard without warning, like getting done what excites you. I see you like going full force into your passions, which is just great. You guys are so funny. I love it. Maybe if you guys have like struggled with like some indecisiveness, I see that for you, just following your desires, following your passions, following your excitement and your joy and what energizes you, is just so beautiful. And I feel like the energy that feels like the most comfortable for you. And then we have, moving forward, we have the Five of Cups and we have the King of Cups. So what I'm seeing with these cards is like you're someone who has, you're deep, right? You've experienced like extreme loss where everything is gone and there's nothing left. Like really, really heavy. Usually in the Five of Cups, like maybe two of the three cups are spilt and there's three or two like left over. But no, in this Five of Cups, like this is like dry. Like there's no water here. There's like drops, little puddles of spilt. There's a lot of like just barren, super barren, like very much heartache, a lot of emotional pain, a lot of mental anguish, a lot of mental and emotional chaos and just feeling shut down, isolated, alone, and in the dark. And what I'm seeing is like, because of this, you have this King of Cups energy where it's just like a deep, solid, humble, grounded, very just someone who cares. Like, you're deep, you care deeply, you love deeply, you see things deeply. There's like kindness and compassion in your eyes and in your face and in your presence. And I feel like people don't really see that about you. They get like trapped up in this illusion by your very beautiful and seductive outer appearance and your ability to like just go after and do the things that you want to create. And I'm seeing that the people who know you deeply and truly see how solid you are, how much emotional maturity and emotional strength that you have, and how I see that you're destined to have like this deep peace, this deep compassion, this deep love, this deep humble wisdom. I feel and hear like you help people feel like things are going to be easier, everything's going to be okay. I feel like you give people the cup is like illuminated with like wisdom, with truth, with higher wisdom and knowledge that'll help them change, that brings about freedom, right? I also feel like this Eight of Wands energy, if you guys aren't super like, I'm just gonna go through this, I feel like something beautiful about you is how you continuously free yourself from whatever you're uncertain about. If you're not like 100% in and certain on something, I see you not being afraid to like bust out of there, change directions, move, fight, stand up for yourself, free yourself. There's a lot of like, you're not afraid to break through walls, break through barriers, shatter perspectives. Yeah, you're not afraid to take on your shadow with the Raven card here as well. You're not afraid to travel deep, to get to the truth of things, to commune with the divine, to see what higher knowledge and high potential that there is out there and that is possible within yourself to achieve. Especially with this intuition card, you guys are extremely psychic and in tune, and it's like, what's beautiful is how you can trust that to bring you illumination. You're open to it. You're not afraid to be like shattered open. You're not afraid to be like, because you can never be broken. You're not afraid to like crumble, because what can life do to you that it hasn't done already? I feel like you felt immense pain and loss that nothing will compare, so you're not afraid to hear the heavy truths or take on the heavy teachings, or to completely change your perspective, or have people try to prove you wrong. I feel like you guys aren't limited because of what has transpired in your life, and because of just who you are on a soul level, which is like pushing the envelope. You guys could be Sagittarius. I think I said Leo already. I'm Aries. I'm picking up like just a lot of intense fire and earth and water. I'm seeing what also is beautiful about you is how you take charge of your life. I feel like what's beautiful about you is also your spiritual connection and your ability to achieve such great levels of peace, of understanding, of higher perspective, and of like this detachment from your suffering that you've endured. Like, yes, that happened, but you don't overly attach with it. I'm seeing with like the Buddha here in the background of the snow leopard, like you very much take the role of being the observer, right? The silent witness, that like being in alignment and being in sync with your true self, with your soul, with your divine spiritual nature. And that from that place is where you guide your life, and you take action from, because you're not worried about this drama and what these people are saying. And there's like a healthy level of detachment, which makes you like a killer, not in a bad way, but just like you go after what you want and you're successful, right? The snow leopard is a predator that achieves, it does take down the prey. It gets and it intakes what it desires, what it needs to survive. Very intense energy. Yeah, no one's gonna mess with you. They're too afraid. And then we have the snake card for creation, and this, what's beautiful about you is your creativity. And I feel like you guys also are very resourceful. You guys bring life, and where there seems like, how could someone create? There's nothing out here, right, in this desolate desert, but here you are with the tree. And why? Because you create from your heart, you create from your passion, you create from your excitement. There's a lot of like this imagery I'm getting with like the Kundalini rising, and like the seat of your creation lies in your heart. And whatever broke your heart, whatever caused you so much pain, is like laid down the seeds and grew the roots for this creation. I feel like out of what seemed to be a broken heart, which you can't be broken, you just sprouted like life and possibility, where it seemed like there was nothing that could come of it. And it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, very light, very sunny. It's like, if you guys haven't reached this energy yet, it's like, what's beautiful is that you've literally persevered and like ascended to turning your pain into beauty, and to rising and greeting the sun and reaching for the sun. And I see you guys reach and obtain the sun and achieve joy and love and bliss and happiness, especially with this receiving card. We have every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. And you're not afraid to trust the path and continue to walk forward, no matter how much pain that you've gone through. There's still like this faith, this trust in spirit and the divine, and things working out best case scenario for your greatest and highest good. We have clearing. As true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mine to God's. Such freedom. Yes, and this is beautiful, being above the 5 of Cups, and we're talking about like that healthy level of detachment and being able to just receive and create what is meant for you on your path, right? You're not overly getting attached or over identifying with people, places, things, or identities. You're not afraid to let things be, shed with the snake here, to be, there's just this beautiful underlying message of transformation throughout all 3 piles. And whoever my viewers are, you guys are freaking badasses. You guys have gone through so much just trials and tribulations and just life just hard hitting, dude, to the dome, like breaking noses, like, and you're still standing up strong, still moving forward. It's really inspiring. Yeah, you guys are great. I'd love to get to meet all of you, maybe someday. But yeah, I'm seeing like you becoming free and open to receiving and knowing like what's meant for me will be mine. There's no need to be afraid and to cling to things. There's no need to make decisions or to act or to cling to things out of fear, out of desperation. There's like this knowing, especially with the intuition. I'm not afraid of change. I live and I accept and I breathe in knowing that I am being taken care of, that this is happening for my best and greatest good, that this is a blessing in disguise. This is for my protection, for my healing, for my growth, for my expansion, to deepen my compassion, my understanding, my creativity. This is to help me reach deeper levels of being able to heal and connect with others. And you do that for others. You help people. There's freedom, this underlying message of freedom from the past, freedom from judgment of others, ridicule from others, freedom from pain, freedom from projecting false realities or worries or distress into the future, just freedom from the mind to like just shattering. Beautiful. Getting to the truth of the matter. You guys are seekers of truth, wanting to know the truth. You're willing to change. You're really willing to be open to the higher guidance. You're willing to be shown the way. We have the change card. It says, when the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. I love it. I really like this card for you because it also gives me, like, there's this theme of energy with the change card, the 8 of Wands, and the Watcher, the Snow Leopard. Like, you know that you can't control and manipulate reality to bend to your will, you know. The tiger can't control the gazelle, you know. It's so funny because I feel like you guys aren't afraid to put the energy and effort to go after what you want, and it's like you're releasing the need to like know the next steps or to have your claws into everything. I'm seeing like I don't know if claws is the right word, but I just had this image of like you are someone who is going to be successful. You are someone who is going to achieve and receive all that is of your heart's desire. You will create that for yourself. You are the magician. You are magic. You are a brilliant and powerful manifester. I'm seeing that you're going through this releasing, right, of just trusting. There's trust and there's the freedom and relief in this trust, in this faith, and knowing that, you know, if I fail, it's okay. I just get up and wait for, you know, I continue going forward, one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. And when I get that divine spark, when I get that excitement, that intuition, that green light, you go for it. And it's kind of like this piece you're coming to of like, tigers don't always succeed on all of their pursuits, you know. Sometimes it's, you know, every 5 or 7 tries they get successful, and I feel like you're letting go of like the hurt that maybe like the ego gets with like, oh, I'm a failure, I will never amount to anything, like this 5 of Cups energy. But you're like evolving into this King of Cups of like this trust, of this faith, of like staying grounded in your heart, of not being swayed into that very like seductive state of like self-pity and, you know, complaining and nothing's working out for me in this spiral. You are evolving, you are transforming. Very beautiful, and that's beautiful. Not many people achieve that in life because because it feels too good to feel sorry for yourself, because it feels too good, and it's easier to just blame your circumstance, your situation, how you were raised, your parents, all these external factors. But you're someone who's willing to go deeper than that and to claim more responsibility over your life, and not being defined and chained down because of what happened or circumstance or other people or situations. That you're willing to go above and beyond and trust and have faith and be open to guidance, and being open to failing, to making mistakes, to learning, to getting up and moving forward regardless. And because of that, I feel like you're blessed. And it's also beautiful because people can learn a lot from you. And I feel like your story, once you do achieve this success, you will be like a person who is very inspiring to other people, and you get people fired up in this Eight of Wands energy, like, I can do it, I'm invincible, anything is possible. And it's beautiful energy. That's what makes you beautiful. You make people feel like, when you speak to people in your heart, when you share your story about how you freed yourself, you gas people up, you get people stoked, you light this fire, you ignite. There's a lot of lightning here, there's a lot of fire. You ignite people's passion with just how your spirituality and your psychic connection really guided you and guarded you through these hard times and difficult times in your life. It's amazing, and it's very beautiful. Okay, and then we have intuition. It says, each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. Wow. This is the first time I've ever pulled this card for a reading. I really love this energy. And this, again, is like this King of Cups energy, this very non-judgmental, like, I see you how you are, I'll meet you how you are, whatever you've gone through. You know that everyone's situation and circumstance is difficult, so you're not someone who's gonna be like a hard ass or ridicule people for like, oh, how could you not, like, I'm so much better than you, I'm so much more evolved from you, how can, there's not that at all. There's like a meeting of like the intuitive, like, inner mind, the higher mind, your intuition, your third eye, very merged with your heart, and like seeing people and having this level of understanding and still compassion. And I feel like what's beautiful about you is that you honor that in other people's journey is different than yours, and you don't try to play this game of like, oh, I've gone through more than you, so like this egoic, like, who can have a bigger pity party, because I've gone through so much pain in that. Like, you don't hold that against people. You don't use that as like a merit to one up people because of like the hardships that they've gone through. That no, you see people as equal. You see people as like just a soul, a divine being who's moving through life trying to achieve the greatest versions of themselves, to unlock truth and to free themselves, and to reach fulfillment and to receive all that it is that they deserve and desire in life. And I feel like you guys are also very open-minded to people, whatever their religious beliefs or how they express their spirituality or connection with God, the universe, the divine. Like, you're all for it. And that is beautiful. People don't feel judged by you. It's liberating to be in your presence. It's intoxicating. It's beautiful. It's magical. It's freeing. It's makes people feel light, but also makes people feel creative, makes people feel ready to change, I get like kind of Tony Robbins is coming to mind for some reason. Whoa. Oh, holy crap. I'm so sorry. My fridge makes weird, loud, random noises when it feels like it. It's complaining. So, yeah, that totally threw me off. Oh yeah, I was saying maybe some of you guys are like speakers, entrepreneurs, or you guys are people who just being you and speaking and sharing your story and connecting with people heart to heart on a very sincere level, very like wholesome and humble level, that you will spark great change and healing and inspiration in people. And you guys are just beautiful inside and out. It's gorgeous. I love it. So the number 44, the Jackal card, for truth, is kind of wanting another message that you're not afraid to go on a journey to seek the truth, to reveal what's hidden, I'm getting more like Scorpio energy too, like you're not afraid to talk about things that are deemed like dark or taboo. Is like, we don't talk about that, that's controversial. Like, I see you are just someone who's gonna jump into the fire, just jump into that vortex and like bring understanding, bring a change of perspective, bring enlightenment, and like also just like a sense of balance. Like, there is no right or wrong, this is just what it is. Things are multifaceted, things are complex and complicated, and you can't just draw a linear line and say this is how it is, this is right and this is wrong, and you can't deviate from this. But you're someone who, I feel like you do shatter. There's a lot with like the throat chakra, especially with the raven here, and the blue here, and this jackal with the truth, is you're not afraid to shatter. Like, you can really make people rethink their perspective on reality, and you don't do it in a manipulative way. I'm not picking that up, but I'm seeing you portraying it just like this is the truth, that, or this is a possible truth that happened for someone. This is someone's experience, this is my experience, this is what happened in my life, and this is what's happened in these other accounts of other people's lives. Like, things aren't so black and white, right? There's not this like strict duality, but there's like a blending that can happen, and hopefully like a middle ground and understanding that can be reached. And I see that like you're willing to meet someone in the middle, meet them halfway. Yes, you'll be firm in your, stance and in your belief, but you're willing to have conversations that are difficult, are hard, or controversial. And I see that speaking is something, you guys are very powerful speakers, and that's something that's beautiful about you. You guys are channels for divine information and divine wisdom to come through, and that is very beautiful. You guys lead people to freedom, and that in and of itself is very beautiful, and it's priceless. Also, you guys have very beautiful bodies. That's just coming through. If you're a guy, yeah, people just think you're very attractive. They think your body is very attractive. I'm seeing also a lot of like sacral chakra energy. You exude a lot of like sensual and sexual energy. And that's very beautiful. Own it. Feel sexy. Feel desirable. Some people may think you're promiscuous, so but I see you not really giving a shit, just knowing like I I know how many people I've been with. I know where my intentions stand, like what you project onto me doesn't bother me. It is what it is. It's whatever. I see you guys being very unbothered. But yeah, there's also a sense to like protect your sensuality. Don't let people take advantage of you, or get the wrong idea of you. People may get the wrong idea of you, especially if you're like pursuing things in like a competitive work field. I'm seeing like you're really gonna have to put your foot down and say like, no, I'm not sleeping with you to get ahead. No, that's not what I meant. People can kind of misinterpret like, ooh, this person like wants me because, you know, XYZ, like whatever. Gross. I see you just like a warning from spirit to like protect yourself, your sexuality, and understanding the sacredness of your body and of who you allow the pleasure and the privilege to experience you in that way, whether you are masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter, or whatever energy that you identify with most. You guys could also be like channels for like extraterrestrials or like just super high vibrational cosmic information coming through. And I see you maybe sometimes like wanting to hide your identity or yourself, afraid of like ridicule or judgment of others. But I'm seeing like to just be fully and truly you. Don't try to dim your light. Don't try to change yourself. Stay true to yourself, honor yourself, because you are rare, and what you have to offer is needed and powerful, and you're altering minds, and you're touching hearts, you're healing hearts, and you're bringing inspiration. Yeah, you're bringing inspiration and passion and joy and the sun to people's lives. So continue forward. See if anything else wants to come out from this card. Jackal card. I feel like you guys also aren't afraid to take like this is for some of you, not all of you, but like psychedelics, or really travel into like other dimensions. And that is like beautiful, that courage, that strength of like this guy's holding a cane and there's a skull on it. I feel like you guys aren't afraid to have an ego death, or maybe you guys have had a near-death experience, and I feel like whatever truth or knowledge or wisdom or insights that you've gathered from that, to share it. Not everyone's gonna like what you have to say, but I feel like it's gonna illuminate and really spark change into how people view life and death, and how they choose to live their lives and direct their energy and what they want to create, and deepen their relationship with the divine. Really beautiful energy, guys. Okay, yeah, my lovely pile number 3s, that is all that I'm getting for you. It was a joy and pleasure to read for you guys. You guys are so funny and badass and down to earth. Yeah, thank you for being here. Some very powerful people tuning into my readings, and it's just an honor. So hopefully I'll see you in the next reading, and until next time, happy healing, guys.